The galactic market of Vailtha was a place where even the sky seemed crowded. Merchant ships buzzed through the violet clouds like insects. Giant banners shimmered with alien glyphs, and thousands of species walked, slithered, or flew through the glowing halls. And in the middle of all this wonder and chaos stood an 80-year-old human girl. Her name was Myra Jensen, and she clutched a small backpack to her chest as she tried not to tremble. She was alone at least for the moment. Her father, a cargo engineer for the Terran Coalition, had gone missing 3 days ago, lost somewhere in the deep docking chambers beneath the market. Local authorities shrugged. Too dangerous, they said. Too many shadows, too many gangs, too many ancient zones no one's mapped. But Myra didn't accept that. Humans rarely did, so she came here, to the only being rumored to control the chaos beneath the market. The one all smugglers feared. The one even adults whispered about. Chief Kereth of the Draconid clans, a warrior rumored to have scales thicker than starship plating. A monster, some said. A conqueror, others claimed. But all agreed on one thing. He did not tolerate being disturbed, so, naturally, Myra walked straight toward him. Asterisk, the little human who didn't bow. The gathering hall was massive, a circular chamber built from dark volcanic stone, filled with the smoky scent of burning resin. Draconid warriors lined the walls, each towering over 3 meters tall, armored in obsidian-colored scales and glowing runes, and on the raised platform sat Chief Kereth, broad shoulders, bronze wings folded behind his massive frame, a head adorned with horned crests. His molten gold eyes burned like trapped suns. The dragons. Conversation halted when they noticed her, a tiny human child stepping into their hall. With no weapon, no translator, no escort, 2 guards moved to block her. Human, one rumbled. No minors are allowed here. Turn around. But Myra didn't step back. She did the opposite. She walked forward, lifted her chin, and said, "I'm here to see Chief Kereth. I need his help." The room fell silent, a child speaking to the dragon chief without bowing. Kereth leaned forward, interested despite himself. "And why?" he asked, voice resonating through the chamber. Should the Draconid chief entertain a request from a human hatchling? Myra swallowed. "My dad is missing," she said softly. "No one will search for him. They're scared, but I'm not." Her small hand trembled, but her gaze stayed steady. "And they said, you're the only one who goes into the deep ducts under the market. So I want to ask." She stepped closer. "Will you escort me to go find him?" Every dragon in the hall stiffened. A human child had just asked the dragon chief to escort her into danger. For a moment, no one breathed. Then Kereth's wings twitched, his expression unreadable. "You ask much," he said. "Do you understand the risks? The dark ducts are home to gangs, feral bots, and old traps from forgotten empires." "I know," she whispered, "but he's my dad." There it was, the spark Kereth had seen in only a few species. Courage born not from strength, but from love. He rose from the throne, his movement so sudden and massive that the hall shook. His warriors flinched. Myra did not .ca. Wrath stepped down until he stood before her, and every warrior expected him to roar or shoo her away, or call her reckless. Instead, he knelt, the giant dragon chief, kneeled before a human child. Gasps erupted throughout the hall. Karath tilted his head, examining her with respect rarely shown to anyone. "Very well, Myra Jensen," he said. "I will escort you." The descent into the dark word spread across the market in minutes. "The Dragon Chief is escorting a human child." Hundreds followed at a distance, whispering, watching, filming. Karath walked ahead, clearing pathways with nothing more than his presence. Where he stepped, crowds parted like water. Myra trotted close behind, occasionally grabbing his tail to keep from getting lost at detail that made multiple alien species faint from shock. "Human, young, fearless," a Draconid warrior muttered. "Or insane," another murmured. Karath heard both comments. "She is brave," he corrected. "Remember that." They've reached the lower maintenance Shavsirias, where even security bots refused to patrol. The air smelled of rust and coolant. Lights flickered. The metal walls echoed with unsettling mechanical groans. Karath's claws glowed faintly as he generated heat, illuminating the walkway. "You knew your father could be here?" he asked. Myra nodded. "He left clues. Little scratch marks, only I'd notice. He taught me survival stuff since I was small." Karath rumbled in approval. "A wise parent. And he always said humans don't leave family behind." Karath paused, processing the phrase. Humans had earned a reputation in the galaxy: reckless, stubborn, loud, impossible, but fiercely loyal. They arrived at a collapsed corridor, twisted metal blocking the way. Karath reached out and, with effortless strength, tore the steel aside like paper. Myra's eyes widened. "Whoa, you're strong," he huffed, a small puff of smoke escaping. "For my kind, this is normal. Still cool," she said. Karath blinked. No one, not even rival chiefs, had ever casually complimented him like that. He moved faster, more determined. The gang in the abyss. They finally reached a large chamber deep beneath the market. It was dim, lit only by scattered blue emergency strips. Mira froze. Voices, rough laughing. Karath motioned for her to stay behind him. Then, with silent steps surprising for a creature his size, he approached the source of the noise. A gang of mixed species surrounded a man tied to a beam. "Exhausted, but alive, Myra gasped. "Dad," her father lifted his head. "Mira, how the gang members turned. Is that a kid? And is that OH Stars, the Dragon Chief?" They scrambled to draw weapons, but Karath extended his wings with a deafening crack and let out a deep, ancient snarl that shook dust from the ceiling. "You have two choices," Karath growled. "Stand aside, or be removed." They chose wisely. Every single one dropped their weapons and fled screaming. Wrath didn't chase them. He simply walked to Myra's father and broke the restraints with one claw. Mira ran to him, hugging him tightly. Her father held her eyes wet. "You shouldn't have come alone." "She was not alone," Karath said. Her father looked up, stunned. "Why? Why would you help her?" Karath looked at Myra. "Because she asked." The shocking return when they climbed back to the main market levels. Crowds had gathered, hundreds of species watching the impossible sight. A Draconid chief carrying an exhausted human adult in one arm, and gently guiding a small human girl with the other. Gasps, murmurs, recordings, even journalists. Pushed forward, a reporter shouted, "Chief Karath, why would you escort a human child personally?" Karath turned, wings flaring slightly. because she walked into my hall without fear, because she asked respectfully, because she faced danger for family. His voice carried across the market, and because humans, he paused, looking down at Mira, have hearts fierce enough to move dragons. A silence fell. Then the crowd erupted applause, cheers, chants. Even rival alien clans bowed as the small human girl passed. Kerath leaned down to Myra. "If you ever need the protection of the Draconid clans," he said, "you need only call." Mira grinned. "Thank you, Chief." He gave a soft, rumbling chuckle. "Call me Kerath. You have earned that honor." And as he turned to leave, tails swaying like a satisfied thunderstorm, every alien who witnessed the moment understood something new. Humans, these small, stubborn creatures, could inspire loyalty even in beings made of fire and scale. That day, a child did what armies could not. She won a dragon's respect. HFY*.